Welcome back to BS with Brian Simpson. I don't even know what episode this is, but we having a good time. I think I'm fully recovered from the COVID now. Back in the saddle, 100%. Put me in, coach. This will come out. I think by the time this comes out, you'll see me on the next episode of Your Mom's House, probably, because I just did that recently. Check that out. Don't forget, I'm gonna be in Madison, Wisconsin. So this coming weekend, and I'm gonna be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the weekend after that. So those tickets are on sale. BrianSimpsonComedy.com. BrianSimpsonComedy.com. Also, if you want advice from the advice champ, email me at BSwithBrianSimpson@gmail.com. Now, I think we only have one email today. That's unusual. We usually have so many. This is how they am. Hold on. Salad. This is from no name. Hi, Brian. Fan of the show. I am the older brother, and my dad isn't around. So it's been on me to learn to be a man on my own. Yeah, that sucks. I'm 22 years old and a senior in college in my home state. With no internships and no job lined up, but I have the ability to go to grad school for the low, far from home, and I think I'm going to. Okay. The issue is my girlfriend. I'm going to stop you right there, sir. That's not an issue. Leave that bitch. If she's holding you back from the vision, that's the obstacle. Anyway, you know what? And I ain't gonna call her a bitch. You know, I'm making a lot of assumptions, but right now, let's just say, look, this is what I would tell my little sisters, my little brothers, my little cousins, the little homies, anything. And when you're this age, okay, you do not ever make major life choices for the opposite sex. Or the same sex if you gay, right? You don't make major life choices for a relationship at 22 years old. Period. So that's why me seeing the rest of the email. There may be some shit, some details. That's my general advice. Those are standard orders. There may be something else in the email. Let's see where we at. The issue is my girlfriend, who is also in school and is a few months older than me, but took a mental health gap year and will still be here when I graduate. I like her, but after almost a year, I know I don't love her or see a future. So how is she a problem? You said the issue is my girlfriend, but I know I don't love her or see a future. So that's your fuck buddy. This is you conflicted? Okay, my question is, how do I approach the situation? She pretended to be a different person and changed up after I cuffed her. Okay. The first time I tried to leave her, she said whatever she could to assure me and convince me things would change. The second time, she guilted me, sobbing and saying no matter how hard she tries to be happy, she always ends up back here. I know I need to break up with her. I don't know how, but sooner is better than later. Any advice would be heavily appreciated. Well, okay. Look, not to beat you over the head with the I told you so's, but here's the thing, man. Don't get in relationships with women you don't love. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What you're going through now is a result of a cowardly move you made in the past, and I'm not judging you. Again, I've been guilty of it. I'm sure most people have. But what you've done here is you was getting some good pussy. The girl started catching feelings, and you was afraid to lose that good pussy, so you went along with this relationship, even though that's not how you was feeling, right? And that is you. So I'm only bringing up the past because if you don't recognize what got you into the situation, you're gonna be in the situation again. right? This is on you. You're not to absolve this lady of all her craziness or manipulation or whatever you're accusing her of, but like you never loved this girl. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you've told her you love her or you insinuated that you love her, but for you to end up in a relationship with somebody you don't really got strong feelings for, you know what I mean? Because that's another thing is like, did she switch up? Did she switch up on you out the blue? Or did you see signs of the switch up and you ignored them because you was getting laid? Because that's usually what it is. And then you go, oh, this just caught me off guard. So you don't have to take responsibility, right? But you got to recognize these type of situations. Like, don't do this. Don't. Because here's something that it took me so much of my life to learn. You'd be surprised how far you'll get with just honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody really feeling you, you don't have to lie to them. You know, I promise you, way back, you could have she would have still been persistent about wanting to have a relationship, but you'd be like, that's not really what I want right now. I'm not really feeling that right now. You know what I mean? And she'd have kept being persistent, but she would have kept giving you some pussy, and you wouldn't be in this situation. How do I break up with her? You know? So, and that's also a weird question, man. You know what you got to do. You know what I mean? You know how to break up with her. You said you tried before, right? Just tell her like, this is over. I'm not feeling this. I'm not happy. I don't have the feelings ain't there. The love ain't there. You know, and I don't want to, like you, I would frame it like that. Like, I don't want to keep you, I don't want to waste your time. You know, I don't want to block your blessings and keep you from somebody that's going to love you properly. You know what I mean? Because that's really what it is. If you don't love her, it's like, yo, you're just wasting time. And listen, and if she one of these people that's like, well, I'm going to jump off the roof. Well, jump, bitch. I'm gone, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't allow yourself to be manipulated into a relationship. It is not your responsibility to keep her, it's not your responsibility to be miserable to make her happy. And that's the thing, she ain't happy anyway. You know? They seldom are. Like, don't sacrifice your happiness in an attempt to make a crazy bitch happy, because she ain't gonna be happy anyway. And then both of y'all are unhappy, and you with a crazy bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's if she's that. But, you know, you break up with her directly. That's what you do. Unless you think she dangerous. You know, because you think if she the type of girl that's gonna cut you or something, then just disappear. Leave a note, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you don't owe nobody your safety or your peace. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? You don't owe nobody your safety or your peace. And ain't no pussy that good. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if she's nuts and she's gonna like break your windows and all that just because you left her, then just ghost. You know, don't ghost, but like just leave a note. Do it indirectly. Do it over the phone. But you know, if she's just gonna be sad or throw a tantrum, you know, just be direct, in person if possible, but be firm and don't let up. And whatever you do, you know, don't do the exit pussy. This is a situation where you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do no exit dick. You got to just get up out of there. Because it's going to suck you right back in. Because that's what got you sucked in the first place. You know? This seems easy to me. And just like, hey, babe, I'm not trying to do this no more. I'm moving. I'm gone. The issue is my girlfriend. No, it ain't. You need to get the fuck up out of there. Maybe this is poor advice. By the way, guys, if you ever think, I'm not an expert of any kind. I'll be speaking purely off what I think is the perfect mix of cold logic and with a dash of in my feelings, you know? Because I do be in my feelings sometimes. But I'm trying to give clear and concise answers, because my advice is always really the same. You know, at the heart of it all, there are no bad choices in and of themselves, right? What there are bad plans, right? when you know what your primary goals are, and I don't mean like think about them and then be like, yeah, that's it. I mean like when you really sit down and think about it and write it out and you know what you really want, you're not faced with too many tough choices. Right? Because then as soon as you know what your priority is, like your true number one thing, you just look at that list and you go, what's getting me closer to them goals? I'm doing that. You know, it's like there's really not a bad choice. It's just it's like, what do you want the result to be? Right? Like what results do you desire? Right? And are you doing the thing that's going to get you closer to those results? Right? And are you willing to be whoever you're going to be on the other side of that choice? You know what I mean? You're like, well, Brian, should I cheat on my wife? I wouldn't cheat on my wife, right? But that doesn't mean that that's the right choice for you. It's like, are you willing, like, you know, what do you want? Do you want to be in your marriage guilt-free? Then you probably shouldn't. Do you want as much pussy as possible? If that's your number one priority, yeah, then cheat on her. Are you willing to be the type of person that cheats on their wife? Because that's who you're going to be on the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what it really boils down to. It's like, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the nigga that's stuck in this relationship with a woman you don't love for what? You know what I mean? You 22. I guarantee it's better. Like this is the very launching pad of your life. Go to grad school. That's where you're gonna meet, and you probably don't want to even meet her there. Who knows? But just move on. Just close that chapter. You know, this is an easy thing for me. This is not a hard choice. Come to think of it. What else? I am. Right now, just for like an hour before I came here today, I played the early access of Warhammer Space Marine 2. It's a little slow. It's a couple of glitches, but it's a fun game. It's sort of like Gears of War type shit. But what I will say is, to me, what is truly, truly, truly unforgivable in 2024 for any game developer is unskippable cutscenes. I will never let it slide. There is no game will get above an 8 from me. I'm deducting 2 points out of 10 if there's an unskippable cutscene in the game. I may let it slide if it's just the intro to the game. Maybe. But a lot of these publishers, they so fucking in love with themselves, they got this fucking 20, it's 20 minutes before you play anything. And the shitty thing is, I suspect that the reason, even though they know people hate it, because they hate it, the games are made by gamers, so they know that it's a fucking shitty thing to do. But what it is Steam, which is the number one way people with PCs buy games, right? They have a time limit for when you can get a refund. Right, so a lot of these studios think they slick, and they'll have they'll have 4 or 5 long ass unskippable cutscenes in the beginning of the game. So by the time you even start playing the game, 30 minutes have gone by. Now you got 15 minutes to decide whether you want a refund. You know what I mean? I forget what the policy is on Steam, but it's not as long as you would think. Let me hold on. Let me see here. Let's just look it up. Steam refund policy. Okay, so Valve, upon request, will issue a refund for any title that is requested within 14 days of purchase and has been played for less than 2 hours. So both of those things have to be true for you to get a refund on Steam, right? So you have to have played it for less than 2 hours. And I'm telling you, like, shit happened. I remember they did that shit with Battlefield. It came out, it was a fucking mess. Because everything counts. If the game's running, that counts, right? So you having server issues and shit. Some people sitting there, they waiting for 2 hours just to get into the game, and now you can't get a refund. You know what I mean? It's like they manipulate that. The publishers manipulate that system, And I think unskippable cutscenes is part of that. They want it to be as long as possible before you really get a good, like this. I'm playing this. I played this Space Marine shit for an hour, and I'm not even done with the fucking intro. Like the tutorial intro is, because there's all these fucking stupid ass cutscenes that you just have to watch. You can't skip them. So I think that is a subtle manipulation thing to keep people from getting their money back, which pisses me off. So that's why I deduct 2 points for the unskippable cutscene. You're ignoring you're ignoring your early adopters, your people that pre-ordered. And you being sneaky and manipulative. Now this game is pretty good. I mean, but I can't even say yet if it's great. It's pretty fun so far. The combat and stuff. It's a fun little hack and slash and shit like that. But again, I haven't even got to the point where I'm choose my class. They still telling me what buttons do what, and it's been an hour. So yeah, the game will never get a 10 from me. Even and so we starting at 8, and the next week I'll let y'all know how I feel. 1 out of 8. And also our tech moment. There is I ordered a Red Magic 9S Pro. It'll be here tomorrow, so next week I'll also be talking about that. It's a gaming phone, which I think is just like, I don't know why it has to be like branded that way. It's just a badass phone, I think. Maybe. I've never bought man, I'm thirsty than a motherfucker. I've never bought a gaming phone because it's always been kind of gimmicky to me. But I wish they would release a version of this phone that's not like aimed at gamers, because all the other specs are great. So it's got the best battery life, fast charging. It's got an under display. So we'll talk about it next week. All right, let's get back to the business. Couple articles before we get up out of here. Con artist Anna Sorokin to join Dancing with the Stars. Anna Sorokin. Oh, ain't that the bitch that? Thank you. Ain't that the bitch that pretended to be a princess? Right. Woman who falsely built reputation as a wealthy German heiress named Anna Delvey finds newest venture. What? Why are they letting this bitch dance? Anna Sorokin, the con artist who was convicted of swindling banks, hotels, and friends in 2019. Yeah, what she did was she showed up at one of them fancy high-end New York hotels and, led people to believe that she was some kind of heiress, and she would come in with expensive shit and give the staff gifts and all this. But she was really just like had this big line of credit. And she was like, my mom would say, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul type shit. So she was borrowing from these people to pay these people, and then using the fact that she paid these people to borrow again more and then pay these people. And if this shit finally caught up with her, finally somebody was like, wait a minute, bitch. You the heiress or what? She got caught up. But I think when it was all said and done, she didn't actually do anything that was super illegal. I don't think she did that much prison time, if any at all. But for whatever reason, she's on the Dancing with the Stars. So, she's literally just famous for being a con woman. She's not a star. I guess that's what I got a problem with. Described as the notorious ankle bracelet fashionista, Sorokin was announced on Wednesday on Good Morning America, along with the likes of the former NBA star Dwight Howard, actor Tori Spelling, and Jen Tran, the Bachelorette lead, whose season ended in heartbreak just Tuesday night. Tran, the first Asian American Bachelorette, was a contestant on Joey. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so complicating Sorokin's latest starring role is the ankle bracelet she's worn since October 2022 when she started her house arrest. Though the show appears to be leaning into it with a promo image of Sorokin in a glittering dress and an ankle monitor on her leg while she was released from prison in February. This is a whole new. No, it's not. This isn't even the lowest point for these networks. This, like, look, do we even have to bring up the racial component of this? She on Dancing with the Stars on probation, and she's not a star. Like, she's only known for the crime she did to get on that probation. I mean, maybe they ran out of celebrities that can dance. I don't know. But it just seems like, how did this even come to be? Who reached out to this bitch? I don't understand it. Why, and I don't know if Dancing with the Stars is a big opportunity or something. Like is she taking a big opportunity from somebody? I don't know if it pays well or if it boosts your stock or whatever, but it's like I don't understand the thought process, but because I believe, what network is Dancing with the Stars? Let me see here. What network is Dancing with the Stars?
Dancing with the Stars is on ABC.
ABC, Disney, right? And if you knew how difficult it was to get certain stuff on ABC, it's wild to me that a convicted felon, like, and I hate to say that because our justice system ain't perfect. And somebody being a felon I don't think that should just automatically disqualify you from shit. But this bitch is guilty. Like, she did the shit, right? She did the shit for sure. And she's not known for nothing else. You know what I mean? It like, because you could make the argument for somebody that was like, they was a celebrity and at the height of their career, they fell off and they went to prison for something or on probation for something. But they still a star, so boom, boom, boom. But she's not even a star. Like, when I read the name, I'm like, that sounds vaguely familiar. Oh, that's the thieving bitch. And I'm sure everyone else has a similar sentiment when they hear Anna Sorokin. Most people gonna be like, who? Right? So it's like, what did she do to get on this? She defrauded people of millions, and now she's like, what? You understand what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers they'd have R. Kelly on Dancing with the Stars right now. That's what's next. They're gonna get a nigga on work release. You know what I mean? Oh, everybody, people want to see you. Like, I don't get it. And this is why network TV is dying. I hope. Because at the most, you trying to redeem this bitch. You feel me? That's what's so fucking sneaky and gross about it, is you really have nothing to gain as a network by having this woman on, but she has everything to gain. She could win, because I don't know her. I don't know if she's a cunt or whatever. It sounds like she got a sweet disposition, like like the superficial charm of a sociopath, right? She's very sweet to people and very, very superficially charming, I'm assuming. And because I know what she did, and I'm like, I don't feel threatened by that face. I mean, I feel threatened by that face for different reasons. But now you're going to have people at home rooting for this bitch. Because they before they even know what she did, they're going to be rooting for her. And then when they find out what she did, they're going to just double down. You're like getting this bitch a fan base for her to later manipulate. Mock my words. Clip it. In 5 or so years, we're going to look back and she's going to con her followers with something. She's going to gain followers from this, and we're going to find out this bitch got a cult or a pyramid scheme or something. You know what I mean? We'll see. I bet that on it. And it's going to be in ABC's fault, and they're not going to give a fuck, and people are going to forget that this is how she got famous again. Chase warns people, Chase Bank that is, that the viral Chase Bank glitch is actually a crime and could land you in prison. Y'all gotta stop listening to these TikTok niggas. For real. Why are you listening to these TikTok niggas about anybody talking about free money or it's always a scam. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. It's a reason that's a cliche. It's going to always be true. There's no free money. A new TikTok trend has people risking prison time for a free money hack that is really just run-of-the-mill fraud. In a barrage of videos over Labor Day weekend, social media users were buzzing about the Chase Bank glitch, which was supposed to be an easy way to get free cash. A spokesperson for Chase Bank said that was far from the case. We are aware of this incident and has been addressed. Regardless of what you see online, depositing a fraudulent check and withdrawing the funds from your account is fraud, plain and simple. Is that the free money glitch? That's just a check scam. People have been doing that. How it works is someone writes a fake check and deposits it in their own account at an ATM. Usually there's a period of time instituted by the bank before the check clears, but some of the money becomes available quickly. Those who try to pull off the supposed easy money hack, guys are so fucking retarded, dude. If you did this, you deserve every penalty. You deserve every fucking penalty, you fucking idiot. Free money hack. Jesus, guys. You think that the scummiest, grimiest institutions on earth that have been fucking people over money-wise for centuries, maybe not centuries, but for not decades. No, over a century, right? Chase Bank. The point is, you think they didn't think of this? You think they went all this time, and you the first generation to go, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna deposit a check, right? And before it clear, I'm gonna withdraw the money. And then what do you like, guys? That is, like I said, you deserve everything. You deserve whatever the fuck happened to you if you listen to the TikTok people about how to get free money out of an ATM. Right? This is the most basic asset. This is not a secret. The reason nobody does it is because it doesn't work and it's literally fraud. You know what I mean? Let's look. Those who try to pull off the supposed easy money hack withdrew cash from ATMs knowing the check they wrote wouldn't clear, with the idea that the bank would just accept it with no repercussions. Y'all are wild. Yet, reality struck for some social media users after Chase hit their accounts with withdrawals worth thousands of dollars, some with a note that apparently chalked it up to an ATM error. Regardless, the social media users were still on the hook for the money. No shit. The Chase Bank trend is just the latest get-rich-quick scheme, a centuries-old concept that has been resuscitated by social media, drawing desperate people into financial crime. During tax season, several influencers on TikTok falsely advised people that they could stop paying taxes by illegally exempting themselves on an IRS form. Others have suggested people can skirt taxes via the creation of an S-Corp, while some have recommended flat-out PPP loan fraud. Guys, you can't skirt taxes. I have an S-Corp, right? It's not to skirt taxes. Your S-Corp is supposed to, it has a bunch of operations, but it insulates you from liability. You know what I mean? So that you can't come after, that's not the main reason. But it's like you operate as a corporation when it's necessary. You create, not just S corps, but like any entity you create. It's like it's not to get away from paying taxes. You gotta pay taxes on everything. You know what I mean? They coming for your neck with them taxes. They not playing games. Many financial experts were quick to denounce the Chase Bank glitch. Yeah, no shit. Why you need a financial expert to denounce that? If you explain if you explain that this glitch to somebody that had never seen an ATM, like if you just went to somebody that's never been to a bank or nothing like that, and you just took a whole day to explain to them what is a bank, what is an ATM, what is a check, right? And then you told them this scam, that would be their first question. But what happens when the bank realizes that it's a bad check? right? I mean, that should be your first thought. You should not need a financial expert to tell you that this is bullshit. You know, but I realized, like, that's why I'm glad I went into the military, because that place made me realize that every sort of person is real. Every kind of stupid motherfucker is out there. It's not a scam that someone isn't susceptible to. I remember a few episodes back we did we talked about somebody getting scammed, and somebody replied to me or commented about how like the scams are usually obvious because they want the stupid people. They don't have intricate scams because they want somebody, like if you dumb enough to get past the first, if they get you with the obvious shit, then you gonna fall for everything else, you know? And I was like, oh yeah, that does make sense, you know? So anyway, and here's what's wild: these TikTokers aren't even. I mean, I guess they are kind of finessing you because they're getting views. They're literally willing to send you to prison for views. You know, because you can go to prison for this. Depending on what state you in, some of these motherfuckers don't play at all. Like, you lucky if you just get a fee, but you paying that motherfucking money back. Like, the bank ain't losing money on your behalf. They want all they coin, every penny. You know, and they got apparatuses. They activate. They coming for your motherfucking ass. Ain't no free money glitches. Y'all niggas, you wild. So look at this. The legal repercussions for check fraud can vary by state and the amount of money in question, but in New York, the penalty could range between 6 months and 25 years in prison. You see what I'm saying? While the penalty could be steep, Rosenblum cautioned that people with clean records and who took out less than $3,000 may be more likely to gain leeway as long as they put the money back and consult an attorney, which is going to cost you money anyway. Very often, these consequences can be mitigated and minimized if things are handled in the right way. Yeah, but you know what? It's free to not be a stupid bitch. That shit's free and infinite. That's your infinite money right there. You can't have infinite money. You can have infinite wisdom, right? Not being a dumb fuck is free. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina restaurant won't allow customers to wear skimpy clothes. Is that legal? What? Kim's Cafe has posted dress code on its front door and Facebook. We ask that everyone please be kind and mindful of the business's dress code. No shorts, no crop tops, no T-straps, no leggings, no short skirts, no cleavage showing. Wow, okay. A restaurant in Greensboro has put a dress code on its front door. The windows on and around the door read phrases like no skimpy clothing of any kind, no crop tops, no crop tops. Okay. Post the dress code on its Facebook page. There are more than 4,000. See, here's the thing. You know that food good at the motherfucker. Because you know, if you go to a business where like they this bold about where they can turn people away, you know that shit good. That shit real good. But they're like, we don't give a fuck how you feel about shit. Come in here with if I can see your titties, you need to get the fuck out. That's wild. That's a wild thing to say, especially because women tend to be more loyal to, you know, whatever brand or thing that they into. You know, that's why like advertisers, you know, they value when your audience is more female and all of that shit, because women will buy shit. You know what I mean? If they rock with you like that, women are more likely to buy shit than men are. So it's wild because this is directly directed at women. You know, I mean, these are women's, you know, these are clothes that women typically wear. I know a man can wear a halter top, but I just don't see it that often, right? Or a crop top. And it says here, okay, the business Kim's Cafe posted the dress code. Many people are talking about this and asking if businesses can tell you what you can or can't wear. Yes, they can. within reason, as long as they're not. I mean, if you could prove somehow that you were being discriminated against. No, because the nightclubs used to do this to black people. Where they would be like, our dress code is none of the shit that niggas wear. No, you know what I'm saying? No oversized t-shirts, no baggy clothing, no baseball caps, no Timberland boots, no Jordans, no jerseys. You know, it's like what they were trying to do was keep black people from coming in the club, right? And you have an argument there, and nobody ever won that case, at least not that I know of. Whereas here, I mean, maybe you can make the argument they're discriminating against women, but I think you would lose that case. So the business is allowed to have a dress code, and the answer is that. And the answer to that is absolutely. See. A business owner can refuse service or refuse to allow patrons into their business for any reason at all that they define as long as it's not discriminatory. Man, maybe I should just go ahead and take the bar, nigga. How often do we? Okay, I'm feeling myself. All right. Daggett points to Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which says it is unlawful for an employer or to discriminate against someone because of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. The example I've used before when my kids ask me about this is I don't like people who wear blue shirts. If I don't want people in my business that wear blue shirts, I can do that as long as I'm refusing everybody with blue shirts, not selecting people based on a discriminatory basis. Right. But it's more than just clothes. If a private business wants to require that only cash is used or that no cell phones are allowed to be used while you're in their business, they can. It covers virtually anything. Now, the truth of the matter is, most businesses want customers, so most good businesses are pretty reasonable about that. But they are also trying to keep the quality and character of their business the way they define it. As a customer, your recourse is to spend money there or not. Exactly. Go there or don't go there. That's what I'm saying. I bet you their motherfucking reviews is off the charts. Let's look here. Is this North Carolina? We're gonna go there on Google Maps and see what the reviews is. Kim's Cafe, North Carolina. Yeah, 4.7 out of 5. You know that shit busting. Let's look at the pictures. Keith Lee, I need a review, my nigga. Woo, okay, we looking good out here. Looking good. That shit look good. It does seem like a weird thing for you to be caught up on, skimpy clothes, but like I said, this is clearly somebody, grandmama or granddaddy cooking this food. This shit look good. This is just straight up good looking ass soul food, just with it's like gourmet almost. It's like, yeah, nana pudding, red velvet cake, confetti, honey bun. I see pork chops, macaroni cheese, green beans. I think those are yams. I think that might be some. Is that meatloaf? Yeah. So they not catfish. I don't know what that is. Yeah, this is fried chicken. Obviously, you're gonna see that. Yeah, this just looks like beans, biscuits. Yeah, I mean, and this looks like good. It looks like good ass food, and I'm guessing this looks like good home cooked food. It's not gourmet, but it looks very like top notch of home cooked, right? And based on a location. Yeah, they in one of those places where, it's right off College Road, so they near other shit. Yeah, it's a Chick-fil-A right there. It's a pizza around them, so they must really be killing it. You know what I'm saying? I thought they would be like one of those places that was in the middle of nowhere. It's a hibachi near these motherfuckers. So they just killing it. And when you number one, you get to set the motherfucking standard. You feel me? Do I agree? Yeah, I do. I agree. Like they said, as long as you consistent, you know what I'm saying? It's like if Beyonce show up with her titties out and you block her, I respect it. right? But if you're willing to compromise your integrity for some people, that's where you lose me. But if you like, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care if it's the mayor. I don't care if it's the Virgin Mary. Like, you got to dress, modest, demure in this motherfucker. I gotta respect it, especially if your food that good. Because that's really what I need to see. I will wear a 3-piece suit to that motherfucker to taste that macaroni and cheese, and that first bite gonna tell me whether I respect the policy. Because my sentiment, if my first bite in the food nasty, yeah, I'm gonna be like, bitch, y'all, this food ain't good enough for y'all to be making no demands. You need everybody here you can get in this moment, right? But clearly that's not what's going on here. They got 4.7 out of 5 stars with 500 reviews, right, on Google Maps. Not a lot of people leave Google Map reviews, so 500 is plenty for a business that's only been open for a little while. And I imagine it's very similar on Yelp. You know what I mean? And we can look it up. Why leave y'all in suspense? And it's Kim's Cafe with a K, which I have a problem with that. I don't understand why you would do that. Why would you misspell cafe? It just makes your business harder to find, and it's not necessary. It doesn't add a flavor or flair to it. You just spell cafe with a K. I don't get that. Because see, and that's what I would do if I was one of these women that was mad about this. I would open up a spot nearby called Kim's Cafe with a C, and you wouldn't be able to do a goddamn thing about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how petty I am. I would destroy you. I would do it just to confuse people. Yes, I don't know. All right. Let's see. Kim's Cafe Yelp. See, there's so many Kim's Cafes that, holy shit. Right. I can't even find it on Yelp. Kim's Cafe Yelp, North Carolina. Okay, this is it. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, not so good. Not so good. It's 3.5 out of 4, 3.3 stars, but only 30 reviews. So I don't think that's all that accurate. And there's something else we know is that, it's even less Yelp reviews. Yelp them fell off. People don't be Yelping no more like that. But it's only 30 reviews for 3.3 stars, and we also know it's like most of your reviews, the type of people that leave reviews are the type of people that like, it's going to, that most people only review shit when they have a bad time, and then you get the Yelp cunts that like think they powerful because they, but I would eat there. And I would put my titties away at the door. Okay. That's what I would do. That's going to be our episode for today, guys. Hey, listen, don't forget, if you got any comments, questions, concerns, you want advice from the advice champ, email me at BSwithBrianSimpson@gmail.com. Go to BrianSimpsonComedy.com to come catch me on tour again this year. Before the end of the year, I'm coming to, oh, by the way, if you've been asking me to come to Atlanta, I'm coming to Atlanta in January. Don't fuck around. I'm coming to Atlanta in January, the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Whenever that link goes up, I don't think it's up yet, but just so y'all know, I'm coming, all right? But before the end of the year, next week, remember, we going to Madison, Wisconsin. We're going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We coming to Cleveland. We coming to Boston, Massachusetts. We coming to New York City, the Bell House in New York City, October 12th. Boston, Massachusetts, October 11th. I'm coming everywhere. Go to the website, BrianSimpsonComedy.com, and see if I'm coming to your city. And if I'm not at your city, there's a little thing you can click on. Tell me what city you're in. If we get enough response from that particular location, we come in there too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to lose money.
Best deals on the best plans aren't just for the
Shut up. Well, how did that just happen? You know what? That's a sign. All right, I'll see y'all next time.